vlog. I'm Janina Poso.
And I'm Jaysse Laman.
And we're here to discuss and present the RIZAL trip to Europe for the second time. According to RIZAL, travel is a caprice in childhood, a passion of youth, a necessity in manhood, and elegy in old age. But first, why did RIZAL go to Europe for the second time? The solution with how Filipinos in the Philippines were regarded as second-class citizen in institution of learning and elsewhere. The national hero, Jose Rizal, left the country in May 1882 to pursue further the studies abroad. He enrolled in a course in medicine at Universidad Central de Madrid in Spain. Let us show you the trip of our national hero, Dr. Jose Rizal. And here's Jaysse Laman to discuss how Rizal went to Hong Kong.
Thank you, Janina. Did you know, guys, that on February 3, 1888, Rizal left for the Philippines and sa Peru is the vessel he rides off to go to Hong Kong. He was sad and sick during the crossing of Chowping, China. Rizal stayed in Victoria Hotel. He was welcomed by the Filipino community in Hong Kong, Jose Basa. Rizal stayed in Hong Kong for 2 weeks. He studied the Chinese way of life, drama, language, and customs. Rizal noticed some of the experience and wrote them in his diary. Some of them include the noisy celebration of the Chinese New Year, which lasted from February 11th to the 13th.
Wow, our hero is a great traveler. He was able to study people in Hong Kong live. Our second destination is Japan. In Japan, Rizal studied the habits and customs of Japanese people, their language, theater, and commerce. He checked out the Grand Hotel and entrained for Tokyo and their lodge at Tokyo Hotel. He wrote Bloom and Treat about honesty, courtesy, cleanliness, and industry of Japanese people.
Globetrotting national hero Jose Rizal did not appreciate being quarantined in San Francisco for 6 days by US Customs and Immigration. He also witnessed discrimination and consequently did not get good impression of America when he visited from April 28 to May 6, 1888.
Rizal in London. Dr. Jose Rizal arrived in London in the last week of May 1888. On the 25th of May, he arrived at the Grand Hotel Midland, the train's final stop from Liverpool. The hotel is more familiar in today's London as St. He worked in the British Museum Library. He studied, copied, and published. He stayed as a guest of Dr. Antonio Maragallor by May. He moved to a boarding house owned by the Beckett family because he was an excellent linguist. He became friends with Dr. Reinhold Rose, a Sanskrit scholar of the century. Rose was impressed with his manners and called him Una Perla de Hambre.
Here's the good and bad news from home. Of the Filipino patriots who assigned the Anti-Prayer Petition 1888. Persecution of the Calamba tenants. Furious attack on Rizal by Senator Salamanca and Vida in the Spanish courts, and Bencasio Retena and Pablo Fes in Spanish newspaper. One good news stirred Rizal, and that was Rev. Vicente Garcia's defense of the Noli against the attacks of the Ferrers. Rizal heard this good news from Mariano Ponce. Later, on January 7, 1891, he wrote to Padre Garcia.
Founding La Solidaridad. La Solidaridad was established to express the goal of propaganda movement towards achieving assimilation with Spain. The first issue of La Solidaridad came out February 15, 1889. A fortnightly and a bi-weekly newspaper, La Solidaridad served as the principal organ of the reform movement. Rizal's short visit to Paris and Madrid. Rizal's visit in Paris. He was honored by Juan Luna, a noted Filipino painter in French capital. Luna gave a banquet in his honor. He He spent the whole day walking around and observing the beautiful cities, with Felipa Zamora and Cunanan. He visited the Leonic Hospital to observe how Dr. Jaysse treated his patients. He was stunned to see the advanced facilities in the accommodation in the RIZALs in Madrid. Heeding his advice, Rizal left Barcelona in fall of 1882 and proceeded to Madrid on November 3, 1882. Rizal enrolled in the Universidad Central de Madrid. He took up courses, which is the medicine, philosophy, and letters. Rizal was not only in Europe to write letters to foreign friends and attend parties. He was there to study, eventually campaign for reforms. His stay exposed him to different cultures and practices, good and bad. That's all for today, guys, and hope you all understand this topic. Once again, I'm Janina Poso.
And I'm Jaysse Laman from BSIT 2B.
And thank you guys for watching.